would like to introduce Wendy Veliz, the chair of the Latino Partnership Program Statewide Advisory Council. Welcome, Wendy.
Buenos dias. Thank you, Mirna. As Mirna said, I'm Wendy Veliz. I serve as the Latino Partnership Program Statewide Council Chair alongside 7 other incredible volunteer leaders. Me da mucho gusto to be here today. I'm so happy to be here today with all of you. Thank you muchas gracias for joining this summit. With today's focus on education, I'm particularly excited. I have 3 siblings that are school teachers, and so education is very important in the family. One of the things that I thought would be really inspiring is if we could highlight a few students and what education means to them. And we have some students that we're going to hear from in a little bit. But first, I'd like to share a little story about myself. And I heard some powerful stories yesterday, and I was humbled by them. So my siblings and I worked alongside my grandparents in the fields. We didn't know we were farm workers. We only knew that we were working to help the family. That's what you did. And there's a lot of things that I remember. And because of Dia de los Muertos, I thought it was very appropriate today to remember them and remember some of the things that happened during those summers that shaped who I am today, and things that I carry with me, that I carry of them within me. So I remember watching my grandmother get up early in the morning and make homemade tortillas, and then get home in the late afternoon and evening and make homemade tortillas. I remember early mornings and long days. I remember being sore, and I remember being tired. I remember laughing when we sit on the dirt ground and eat our lunch in the fields. I remember working in the garden with my grandfather and him teaching me how to grow a garden. I learned from them hard work, humility, compassion, determination, and the importance of familia, all of which I've carried with me every single day. So today I thank my grandparents, who I hope are smiling from heaven, and the role they played in who I am. They helped me develop skills that guided me and helped me persevere in obtaining my own education and creating a brighter path for my children, and maybe one day for my grandchildren, and for generations to follow. And with that, I'm now excited to be joined by 3 wonderful students who are bright and thankful that they are here to share what education means to them. And the first student we have is Audrey, and Audrey is from the West Lynn Wilsonville School District. Bienvenidas, Audrey.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for having me. My name is Audrey Buck. I'm a freshman in the Wilsonville West Lynn School District. And I'm very excited that today's focus is on education, because my education is very important to me. I come from a family of farm workers who dreamed for their children and grandchildren to have an access to an education, and I'm here because of their hard work. To me, my education is a way of unlocking the endless possibilities that the world has to offer. It can teach me to make advancements in technology, medicine, literature, or any other field I may go into. Focusing on my education allows me to create opportunities for future generations. When I was younger, my education let me read and learn about faraway places and cultures. Now, my education can give me the path to immersing myself in them. Being a Latina student is deeply humbling because it allows me to share my own heritage and culture with others. Talking with other students about my heritage brings me both pride and humility. Pride in the sense of how proud I am of not only my beautiful culture, but of my background and how hard my family fought for me to be able to choose what I want to do in my life. This also deeply humbles me and makes me appreciate my access to education even more. I also feel humbled at how others share their own cultures with me. This is another reason why education is so important. It brings a sense of community and of purpose. Thank you so much for having me today. Yeah.
Thank you, Audrey. Have a great day at school. Gracias. With that, I'd like to introduce to you Grace, who is from the Salem Kaiser School District. Welcome, Grace.
Thank you for having me. My name is Grace, as introduced. I go to McKay High School. So I had a pretty rocky start from the very beginning of my education at elementary school. I have to retake a lot of my standardized tests like every single year because I couldn't even make the threshold to pass. I even remember that there was this program called TAG, which stands for Talented and Gifted, and I was just so crushed that I couldn't make it. And at that point, education was really an obstacle for me. It wasn't really much of a learning experience. I was always having to stay after or join intensive classes to get extra support. But when I entered high school, I realized that education is probably one of the most valuable opportunities I have been given. I mean, it was still a struggle. It was still repetitive and it could be systematic. And, you know, high school education is very competitive once you start getting into your junior and senior year. You know, it's all about taking how many AP classes you are in or getting A's and seeing who has the most number of extracurriculars. All that while you're being tasked with trying to figure out who you are and what you want to do after high school or where you want to be after high school. And I say that right now, education for me is a little bit scary. And I say this with perfect timing because this is college application month. So you can just feel the stress. And I know that in a matter of years, I'll probably be maybe even thousands of dollars in debt from college. And I know that I'll have to do 4+ years of college because a bachelor's degree isn't worth as much as it used to be. And I know that when I enter college, I might even feel kind of small and maybe even inadequate compared to my peers. I even remember I visited the USC campus this summer and they had a 3-story gift shop and I was just like, this is too big for me, 44,000 kids, this is too much. But I want to go in a career that involves government and education and social work. And to do any of those, I have to go to college. I have to get my education. And for me, that's really how I've overcome the barrier that school once was for me, because I've found motivation and purpose for being in class 7 hours a day and taking rigorous courses. Education for me has definitely given me direction. It has given me friends. It's given me time away from my family for at least 8 hours a day. And it's given me options for life. And to me, education is really everything. Once again, thank you for having me.
Thank you, Grace. Powerful words from both Audrey and Grace. With that, I'd like to introduce Diana, who is from the David Douglas School District, and she's going to share briefly what education means to her, as well as introduce our keynote speaker. Welcome, Diana.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Diana Elizabeth. My pronouns are she and they. I'm 11 years old and I go to David Douglas School District. I'm very happy to be here today to share about what education means to me. First, I think education can be something that people do at any age. In my opinion, there are many different ways to learn a lot of things. Education helps us get the jobs we want so that we can take care of ourselves and our families. Education really helps everyone to make sure they have what they need. Education also helps learn about things we need to in life, like math. And math is really important for everything, even for cooking. I'm really excited I had the chance to go to school because it's going to help me become a veterinarian one day. I hope it helps every student reach their dreams. And now, thank you for listening to me. I've never done this before, and this was really fun. A special thank you to all the kind teachers that help students, especially to my teachers. Now I'm excited to welcome Carmen Udpina, Deputy Director at Oregon Department of Education. Thank you.